Welcome to the Manage Reliability Cases tutorial. Today, you will learn how to create and manage reliability cases efficiently in SAP Asset Performance Management. Recurring alerts in asset health monitoring often indicate deeper reliability issues. These issues require structured investigation. Alex is a reliability engineer. He is alerted by a colleague who monitors the asset health dashboard. Ruben has noticed recurring alerts on a cooling water pump. The repeated warnings suggest a pattern. This pattern needs deeper analysis rather than isolated responses. To report the problem, investigate the issue, engage the right experts, and track actions consistently, Alex creates a reliability case in APM. To get started, Alex chooses the Manage Reliability Cases application tile. The app displays existing cases sorted by creation date. Key details include case name, due date, status, priority, assigned user, reason for creation, and the last change. Powerful search and filtering help users quickly locate and manage cases. Alex enters all required information in the new case window. In the demo system, the case name is preset based on the coding mask in the configuration manager. It can also be entered manually. Next, Alex adds a short description summarizing the recurring alerts. Most alerts occurred between January 10th and January 13th. He records this time range in the long text section. Adding details is optional, but it helps provide context for the investigation. Alex sets the priority to high. The alert pattern could lead to a more serious issue if ignored. He selects a due date within the next 2 months using the calendar. This date defines when the case should be closed. There are several reasons for creating a reliability case. These include risk mitigation, failure analysis, strategy development, tasks, and improvement requests. Because the goal is to understand the cause of the recurring alerts, Alex selects failure analysis. In the final step, Alex assigns the user responsible for the case. He selects Teresa. The case is now created with the status created. A reliability case has 3 statuses: created, in process, and closed. The initial status created still allows deletion. This is useful if another reliability engineer has already created a case for the same issue. Deletion is also appropriate when an existing mitigation or recommendation already resolves the problem. To delete a case, select Delete and confirm. In this scenario, Alex continues working on the case. He changes the status to In Process. Once the status is set to In Process, deletion is no longer possible. The third status is Closed. This status can only be selected when all action items are completed. The case details page includes several sections. These include general information, administrative information, and roles. Alex can update the description and long text if information is incomplete. In the administrative information section, Alex is shown as the user who created the case. In the roles section, users can be assigned different responsibilities. Available roles include requester, approver, and maintenance technician. Since Ruben reported the issue, Alex assigns him as the requester. Assigning roles supports the 4 eyes principle. One person performs the work and another reviews it independently. The changelog tab shows who changed what and when. This ensures full transparency throughout the process. Next, Alex assigns the relevant alerts in the Related Objects tab. The alerts come from a specific cooling water pump. Alex searches for the technical object and sees repeated overheating bearing alerts. He selects the alerts and adds them to the case. They appear immediately in the overview. If an alert is already linked to the case, the system displays a warning. This prevents duplicate assignments. In the Assignments tab, Alex assigns the relevant technical objects. Technical objects linked to the selected alerts are displayed automatically. As a result, the cooling water pump appears without additional input. Alex has now documented all available information. He informs Teresa, who is responsible for the investigation. As an expert, Teresa adds a second cooling water pump. This pump shows a similar alert pattern and is included in the investigation. If a technical object is already linked to the case, the system displays an error. This again prevents duplicate assignments. In the final step, Teresa creates action items. Action items structure and manage the tasks required to resolve the case. Teresa selects the action item type Other. The action item field is filled automatically. She enters a short description explaining the required task. Additional details can be added in the optional long text field. Teresa suspects coolant issues are causing the bearing overheating. She creates an action item to inspect and refill the coolant. She sets the due date, assigns the relevant technical objects and selects the responsible user. Ayush is assigned as he has the required skills to perform the task. The remaining days for the case and action item are shown in colour. When less than 3 months remain, the value appears in orange. When only 1 month remains, it appears in red. This visual cue helps users quickly assess urgency. When Ayush begins working on the action item, he updates the status to in process. To document his work, he opens the note using the pencil icon. He adds the relevant information and saves it. Ayush inspects the cooling water pump and creates a recommendation. This recommendation helps prevent similar issues in the future. The notes are visible to all reliability engineers with access to the case. Once the task is completed, Ayush updates the action item status to released. After all action items are finished, Teresa performs a final review. She confirms completion by updating the case status to closed. You now have the knowledge to manage reliability cases effectively. By creating cases and working through them step by step, you can continuously improve your processes and resolve recurring issues more efficiently.